What up, everybody? It's your boy Ricky Rick, and your boy Ricky Rick is back to give the people what they want. And what do the people want? They want a brand new Ricky Talk, and I'm your host, Ricky. Today is March 22. In case you didn't know, now you know. Man, today I want to talk to my WWE fans, my WWF classic old school fans. If you guys are out there, let's really live a glorious moment. Here's something that I want to talk to you guys about, man, because this is what's going on. I, from time to time, get a little things pop up on my feeds of what's going on in today's wrestling world. I don't really keep up with it, but I've been hearing a lot more about AEW. I think it's called AEW, whatever that stands for. I'm sorry, I don't keep up with wrestling anymore. But since I stopped watching it because the greatest of the greats have all left, have all retired, or have all stepped into a different role. But I grew up watching the WWF. You know, guys like The Rock, Stone Cold, Kane, The Undertaker, Mankind, Triple H, you name it. The list goes on and on. After John Cena, Randy Orton started to show up to the WWF, it wasn't the same for me, man. And when The Rock took off to do movies and Stone Cold retired at WrestleMania, and little by little, the King took off his mask. The Undertaker was towards his last few years. Like everything, just like new wrestlers started coming, and it wasn't the same for me, man. Like to me, I was just like, okay, my era is done. It's time for me to move on, and I did, just like all these other wrestlers. But just recently, it has popped up on my YouTube channel that this wrestler who's been around for a while, but he's a new wrestler. If you haven't watched, if you stop watching the WWE, named Kevin Owens, who happens to be, I seen him wrestle when he first came out because I was still watching it, but then I just stopped. Like I said, like I mentioned earlier, this guy's a badass. He loves to fight, loves to kick ass, and he's supposed to be like this new SOB, calling other people SOBs, and he loves to fight. And he doesn't back down, and apparently WrestleMania is taking place in Texas, and you already know when you go to Texas, you got to go big, or Houston, we have a problem, and when we have a problem, when someone has a problem with Texas, Kevin Owens was looking for trouble. And trouble, he found trouble because what he did is that he went out on Monday Night Raw saying, I have no match, but I will have a match in WrestleMania. And I thought of an opponent worthy of fighting me at WrestleMania. And that opponent that he called out was Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rattlesnake, Austin 316. Can I get a hell yeah? Beer drinking, ass kicking, SOB. Stone Cold followed it up by releasing a video of his own and accepting the challenge. And just before making this video, I saw that this fool Kevin Owens came out the following week on Monday Night Raw dressed as Stone Cold Steve Austin. His music played, the crowd was going crazy that Stone Cold came back, and it wasn't him. And for me, being a WWE fan, WWF fan, if they would have done that to me when I was a young kid, me looking forward to seeing The Rock, the people's eyebrow, The Rock do his thing, The Rock bottom, whatever it was, just to see him wrestle was one of my dreams as a young boy. And the fact that I got to live that, and just thinking what these people lived through the other night, the fact that you think you're going to go see Stone Cold Steve Austin and then he doesn't show up, and this will makes a fool out of you. And not only that, he was like a couple minutes into his little thing of just like mimicking Stone Cold, and then the music plays out again. Now he made it seem like where Stone Cold gonna come from, the back, the front, and it turned out it was all a trick, man. This fool was fucking playing games with the fans, with Austin, and Austin, I know he's gonna whoop some ass. You know, just like the Super Bowl, it took place in L.A. WrestleMania is taking place in Houston, Texas. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, you have the advantage, and I'm rooting for you, man. Tough SOB. Drink the beer, give that fool a stunner, whoop his ass, kick his ass, and have fun, man. Because we all know that your last match was with The Rock, and then you walked away and never looked back until now. You know, you've been saying in interviews that you've been waiting for a challenge and you've been waiting for someone who's going to bring his A game and make you want to wrestle again. And he's someone that has made you want to come out of retirement and kick some ass. And hopefully, I'm rooting for you. Get it done. Show them how we do it. Attitude Era. And yeah, man. Stone Cold, I can't wait. I'm gonna check this out, man. Just for this match, man. Just to see Austin kick ass. Just to see Austin come back. I hope he is training and is in shape because we all know it's been 19 years. That's crazy. Let's go, Austin.